Hi, Steve here. Welcome to this video on Racing Price Monitor. What I want to show you here, we've now just completed June, the first month racing back in the UK after the COVID-19 cancellation of racing there. And I just want to show you how this performed through June, just using one idea that we came up with. So what we have done here, this is a race here, and you can see down the bottom here I've got my time, so I'm starting to monitor the prices of this from the 60-minute mark. So the T1 price here, all these prices here are what the horses were at 60 minutes before the official off. And you can see there T2 is 45 minutes, so this is the price at 45 minutes, and so forth right down to T6, which is the price 5 minutes before the off. Okay. And what we're doing for this selection criteria is we are looking, and I've got this set for like 10 seconds before the official off, is we want to find horses that are green right across. If we look at Captain Tomcat, he's green. The time zones from T1 through to T6, every one of them is green. So that's a selection because it's all green. If we look at See You Soon, that's all green as well. And then we look at Bashful Boy, and it's all green as well. But Bashful Boy is not a selection because in this example I'm going to show you, we use 30 as our cutoff. So any horse over 30, so we do include price at 30, but any horses over 30 is not qualified. So in this race here, we have only 2 horses that are all green. So 2 selections that are all green. And I'll show you why, and why we don't back some of these races in the results that I'll show you. So that is when we talk about 4 and under. That means 4 all green selections. Well, this one's only got 2 all green selections. Okay, Let It Rip, is you can see there, it's got 1 of them is red, so that counts that out. Now this is only one way to use it. Okay, so that is the criteria that we use. These are the settings that I'm using, and now let's have a look at the results for June. As I said, a very hard month of racing, all these horses coming back after having a long layoff. So let's have a look. Okay, so just to summarise what we're going to be looking at, it's all the racing in June, only in the UK. Ireland didn't do very well at all, so we're just using UK racing. All green selections, which we've just discussed, the odds must be 30 or lower. And we're looking at it 10 seconds before the official off. This gives you time to put the bets on. And then we're using 2 staking methods. We're just using the very simple level staking, which is obviously putting £1 or £5 on every selection, whatever you choose. And the second staking method we're going to show you the results for is back 1-4, and it's adjusted at the end of each day. So that means on June 1 we're betting, say, £1. That was our unit, £1, right through all the races that qualified for the 1st of June. Then at the end of the day we see, did we make a profit? If we did, then the 2nd of June just starts at £1 again, but if we didn't, the 2nd of June all the bets would be at £2 until the end of racing that day, and then we would readjust. The worst return we got for June racing was we lost 1.57 on return on investment, and the best return was the one with the least bets, made 22.6% return on investment, and we'll discuss that as we go through. So if we look over here for the June profit, we can see here 5 and under means that if any race had 6 horses that were all green, they were discounted. Okay, so 5 and under means any race that had 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1 horses that were all green, they were backed. And it shows here on level staking. This one here, level staking, it returned £77 for our bets. Okay, and we'll see the percentage wise of that. If we used our back 1 to 4 staking method, we'll just call it back 1 for example, it made nearly £300. Okay, and if we have a look at the grey line, which is return on investment, we made now the 4 and under, so that means if any 4 horses or less that qualified on level staking returned only £22 profit and was 1.3% return on investment. And 4 and under on our staking plan, back one made 319, so a big difference in profit there, and I'll show you that in a sec. 3 and under actually made a loss, made about a £20 loss, and 3 and under on a staking plan made 123 profit. Obviously, like as you're reducing the amount of horses and that, the races do reduce. So once I had a look at these results, and I thought, well, let's look at races that had 4 or 5 only. So if they had 3, they didn't qualify. They must have had 4 or 5 horses qualify as all greens before a bet was made. What this did was reduce the bets a lot, but the results on level staking, it made £125 profit, which was 18.5% return on every dollar that we or pound that we spent. We made 18 pence 59 return on that pound. And then if we used our staking plan, we got to 310 profit, and that reflected on a 22% return on money invested, and that was our best investment, that one there. Okay, we just scroll over, or we'll just scroll up for a minute, and you can see here the blue line is our outlay. So 5 and under had a lot of races, and you can see that's how much we had to outlay, and that's our profit there. So as we reduce the amount of horses, you can see it's got smaller and smaller, and the outlay went up and up. And then when we went to the 4 or 5 horses only that qualified, you can see that the outlay to return was a lot closer than here. And we look over here and look at the figures. Up here, and we can see there the back 5 and under, so that was basically all our horses we had. You know, like there was 1,900 bets there for £77 profit, so 4% return on investment. And then you can see here on staking 5 horses or under, using the staking plan, we made 296 profit, so 8.8. So you can see there. But when we get down to the 4 or 5 horses only, then the numbers were quite good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with 9% and 8%. I mean, geez, you can't get that in the bank. And just in here, we're looking at the extra profit by using the staking plans. So in the staking plans, on the 4 and 5 horses, we made another 26% return on the money that we invested using a staking plan. Okay, let's have a look, and we'll start with the best. If we look here, here is our 4 and 5 horses. So 4 and 5 horses only, and we can see for the month of June we had 673 bets, we had 84 winners, and we had a strike rate of 12.5%, but the return on investment, as I said before, was 22.66% on the back one staking plan. So a profit there of 310 units for our £1,300 that we outlaid. Now you could have got away with a bank of a couple of hundred, and we would have doubled our bank, because if we look at our months here, the first loss is on the 4th of June, and then basically we get that back, and we don't go into negative at all, so we're not using any of our own money for nearly all of June. So that's using the back 1-4. And if we scroll down to the level staking, obviously the strike rate and all that's the same, but we make £125 profit on spending £675, so 18% return on investment just using level staking. And you can see that the reds are the losing days, obviously, and the blues are the winning days. And the mustard line is our bank growth as we go through. So that is using 4 races that only have 4 or 5 horses qualifying. So if it had 3 horses qualifying, it's not considered in these results. Now if we look at the 5 and under, which we'll bring up here now, on level staking, this is basically, we're having a lot of bets here. As you can see there, nearly 2,000 bets in the 30 days. Okay, and we make £77 profit after Betfair commission. Level staking, we had 316 winners from our 1900 bets and a strike rate of 16.23. Return on investment is 4% using level staking. Okay, and you can see there a lot of reds, probably about half and half when we look at it there. So we fell off towards the end of the month. And if we go to our back one staking plan for those same selections, we can see there we go from 4% return on investment to 8.8. We make nearly £300 profit for an outlay of £3,300. But once again, we could probably have got away with about £400, £500 as a bank, and it wouldn't have gotten in any danger. Okay, and you can see there the growth of the mustard line there. Okay, so that's using 5 horses, 4, 3, 2, 1, all greens. If we look at 4 and under, so if there's 5 horses, we're ignoring them. In this one here, you can see now, if we look at level staking here, we spend £1,700 to make 22. So our profit is dropping off. You'd think, well, you can look at all the reds there. You think if we are limiting the amount of horses, we're only betting 4 horses or less in this here. But it looks like when we've got 4 and 5 horses in the money, because that's what if they're in the green, they're being heavily supported, that we do have an open race. But I find that we get our higher dividends when we've got 4 or 5 horses. When we start getting down to 4 and under and 3 and that, we find that the winning prices tend to be smaller, tend to be lower. So if we just scroll up, here's our staking plan. Now the interesting thing with the staking plan is, if we look at the staking plan here, we make 9% profit, so we make £319 profit as opposed to £22 here, and we spend double. So we spend double the amount of money, but our profit doesn't just double, it skyrockets. It goes up to 319. Okay, so we can see there that the back 4, even though we've spent twice as much money, we've made like £290 more profit. Okay, and then if we look at 3 and under, so this is races, obviously, as the name suggests, where there's 3, 2 or 1 horses in there, we find, if I just go to level staking first, down the bottom here, we actually lose money. Here, we lost money. We had 1,300 bets and we lost £20. Okay, we had a strike rate of 18%, so the strike rate goes up as we have less horses being bet in a race. But the problem is, as I said, the dividends drop off as well. We don't get the 20s, even the 30 priced horses. Okay, so and then if we once again. We spent $1,300 there to lose 20, and with the back 1-4 staking plan, we find here now that we spend $4,000 to make 123. But we do go from losing money to making money, but we've spent a lot more money to get there. So the upshot of it all is that if you want less bets, you can make more money where the races have got 4 or 5 all green selections, 30 and under obviously, and you'll find that these races tend to produce a lot better paying prices. Having said they don't make much profit, this is the level staking for the 5 horses or 4 horses qualifying races. You can see they had made nearly 10%, £61 for an outlay of 673. You made £61 profit on the place betting on the 4 and 5 horses. So how does the staking plan? Okay, so how does the back one staking work? Well, basically we start on the 1st of June. We are starting with a £1 stake on all of our bets. So we have 13 bets, 3 races, and we make £25 profit. So on day 2 we only bet £1 again, and we have 24 horses, and we make £12.75. So we make a profit. The third starts again with only £1, just 2 races. We make £4.80 profit. So on day 4 we're still betting £1. We have 26 bets and we lose £8. So on day 5, the 5th of June, we're betting 2 units on every horse. So we've outlaid £52. So there's 26 horses then, and we make £4.35. £4.35 doesn't cover our loss from the day before. So the next day we repeat the same staking. So on the 6th of June we stake £2 per horse and we outlay a £70 stake, and we lose £11 on the 6th of June. So we increase our stake to 3. 7th of June we have our bets and we make £64. So it covers the loss there and the difference there. So what happens is we revert back to 1 again on the 8th, and so 1 it's a winning day, so the next day on the 9th is 1 again, and that's how it works. And if we come down to here, down to the 15th, so the 15th and the 16th we have a losing day, and the 17th we have a losing day, so it goes to 4. The betting system does not go above 4. 4 is the maximum amount of units per horse that you bet. So on the 17th we bet 4 units a horse and we lost £12. So on the 18th we're still only betting £4 per horse and we win £120. So that covers these losses here. So what happens is on that 19th we revert back to 1. Okay, and then that day's a losing day, so we start at 2. So that's how back 1-4 goes. We do have a spreadsheet. If you want to buy a spreadsheet and use it, you can do that. But we're saying use it daily. So the day has only the 1 or 2 or 3 unit, whatever it is. It doesn't change race by race. In the spreadsheet, if you want to get the spreadsheet, you can do race by race if you want to. So if race 1 loses, in race 2 you use 2 units, and if race 2 loses, race 3 you use 3 units. Keep in mind though, it stops at 4, but by using it daily, that's how we've created this chart that you see over here. Is we only change the staking at the end of the day. Okay, so thanks for watching this video, but this is just June, first month back from racing after the COVID lockdown, and the results were good and some good prices. We even had some prices over 30. Now how do we get that? Is because we're placing our bets, and if you're using something like say our Easy Bet bot, you can put the bets in there and take SP, and of course when you've got 5 horses or 4 horses all in the green, some pressure's got to come and some of those horses drift out over the 30, but that doesn't matter as long as they were 30 or under when you assess the race. That's all that you need to worry about. So thanks for watching this, and I hope that this is only one way that you can use Racing Price Monitor, but it is a simple way. It means watching the races, but if you're not doing anything, it's a great way to keep yourself entertained and to pick up a few quid for that overseas holiday if they ever do open up overseas borders. On behalf of Michael and myself, Steve, and that was one of our little dogs just barking, we wish you all the best for the rest of the day. Thank you.